Welcome back, everybody, to the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty on College Football 25. Our Bulls lead the MAC right now with a 4-0 conference record, but our next two games will be two of our most challenging in conference. Today we're taking on Central Michigan. They're a 5-2 team and have one of the best running backs in the conference. Keontae Cleveland is easily the key to their offense. But if we dive into the numbers here in the MAC and look at what they're really great at, this is a defensive football team that has the #1 rush defense in the conference. They are #1 in points allowed, and it's not even a contest there. We, of course, have had a very good running game this year, so you're going to have a matchup between the top run offense and the top run defense. I still think there's a lot we have to do offensively to really meet our potential. But we've seen our defense play really well lately. Teams haven't had nearly as much success on the ground, and we haven't given up a lot of big plays. We've only allowed 23 points over our last two games. So the challenge is to see if they can continue to play well against one of the better running backs we're going to see this season. And how well does our offense perform against a great defensive team on the road, trying to stay undefeated in the conference? Let's get into this week's game. We have Buffalo kicking off to open, and we'll send the defense out first today as we get underway. Buffalo and Central Michigan. And the Chippewas will open at their own 18-yard line. The quarterback is senior Garrison Beasley, completing just over half of his passes coming in. And number 30, Keontae Cleveland, is to his left. And they'll start with Beasley. And Buffalo is all over the read option keeper. Not a bad idea there to start the game with some deception. But after the loss of one, catch is made for about 5 yards and quickly turns into third down. Cleveland picking up pressure. Beasley is hit and it's intercepted. That's Mateo Buffelli and a pick six for the Buffalo D. What a start. Shamar Riser-Presley came unblocked into the backfield. Cleveland stays in and slows him down initially, but eventually he gets to Beasley and forces the errant throw. And that is the 4th interception this season for Mateo Buffelli. 7-0 Buffalo, and Cleveland's taken down for a loss. That's Troy Hodel. Loss of 3 for Central Michigan. And they swing it out to Cleveland, breaks initial contact, and fights for about 8 yards. Buffalo goes single high on third down, creating pressure. It's out and caught. Keontae Cleveland. Big part of this team on the ground and through the air. Bubble screen on the outside. A big block and into Buffalo territory. That's Daryl Maggio. In the pistol. Stretch right. Cleveland met and loses a yard. It's third down and 3. Again, they bring down the extra defender. Running Cleveland into a stack box, and Buffalo holds tough. And that's going to bring on the field goal team for a pretty difficult first quarter kick from 53 yards out. A great kick, and it is good. Central Michigan does get on the board. And Buffalo now gets to play their first offensive snaps already with the lead. And they run with Leon Dingle, who picks up a few. First third down for Buffalo. Central Michigan single high. Stepping up with room to run, that's E.J. Colson scrambling his way for the first down. Colson and the passing game haven't been nearly as good this year as they were last season, but it's been a very balanced approach. Second down and 10 for Colson, and he throws underneath for Leon Dingle. Gets a few, again facing third down. With a bunch on the left, Colson gets it away. It's caught by Braylon Staley for the first down at the Central Michigan 42. They bring in the freshman, D'Angelo Meyer gets some running room. Coming off a great performance last week, had a late touchdown to ice that game. Third down again for Buffalo, and the pass is tipped at the line. And Dingle had all kinds of room ahead of him. And Buffalo's going to leave the offense on. Aggressive on fourth down. Good protection. And caught by Staley. Cuts it out. Through the defense. He scores. Touchdown, Buffalo. Rolling the dice on 4th down and 4. That would have been a little bit longer field goal than I like. And great protection on this play. Staley eventually breaks wide open and goes untouched to the end zone. It is 14-0 Bulls. We're still in the first. Central Michigan at their own 16. Delayed carry. Blocks in the second level. And still going. Cleveland across the 50. Chased by Carruthers, who makes the tackle at the 22. A breakaway run. Something Central Michigan really needed there. They'll dump it outside now. 6 yards to Alex Connor. Cleveland probably still catching his breath. Taken down by Leon Edmond. With senior Jakari Bennett coming off the field. Replaced by J.V. Waters. 3rd and 3. Big hole. And Cleveland taking it to the end zone. Central Michigan with a huge answer. I felt like they were already on the ropes being down 14-3, but they get in the end zone. And we're still in the first, up by 4. Colson's going to dance away from pressure. Has room to run. He'll take it and get the first down. They're playing 2 deep safeties on 1st down. And running room for Dingle. Into the second level. And shaken up on the end of this play, forcing Meyer to come back in. The freshman right through the middle for maybe 2. Looking like a bruised knee for Leon Dingle. He's not out there on 3rd and 5. Colson climbing, breaking tackles. They can't get him down. He runs for the first. And E.J. Colson has done this so often this year. But this time, he breaks not 1, not 2, but 3 sack opportunities. Buffalo's drive continues. Soma Ojinaka on the carry. That's a gain of 5. 3 receivers for Buffalo on 2nd down, and the pass is too low for tight end Logan Clinkscale. They've already converted a couple 3rd downs. Can they get 5 here? Colson hits before he could dump it to the wide open Soma Ojinaka. Would be a 54-yard field goal from here, and I feel like the range for Grass Manis is 52 and in. We're going 4th and 5, and caught by Staley on the long developing comeback route. Major credit to the offensive line so far for some of these plays. Dingle back in, works outside, puts his foot down and spins his way to a 9-yard gain. 3rd and 1. Dingle straight ahead for another conversion. Buffalo facing goal to go. Fake to Meyer. Pressure on Colson. And just gets rid of it at the feet of Clinkscale. To the air on 3rd and goal. It's complete but shy of the end zone to Enrique Trejo. And Buffalo has already gone for it on a couple 4th downs. And they're prepared to do it again. Colson protected. He buys time and throws a touchdown to Braylon Staley. On 4th downs today, Buffalo has converted all 3 attempts on passes to Staley. 2 have gone for a touchdown. And this play caps off a 17-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. 21-10 in favor of the aggressive Bulls. Keontae Cleveland up the middle again for 5 yards. He's already ran for 80. Cleveland carries again, easily converting the 3rd down and 1. Central Michigan also has very good players along this offensive line. Overthrown. Had an open man there. Beasley moves to 6 of 8. Now facing a tough 3rd and 10. Pressure coming, and Beasley is sacked. There is Shamar Riser-Presley. In his career, that is sack 28. Khalil Mack's record is 28 and a half. He is 1 play away from Buffalo history. And the Bulls take over inside their own 40. They'll run with Leon Dingle, who's chased down after a short gain. Having to get it done through the air again. 3rd and 6. Colson airs it out. Double covered. Trejo can't come down with it. Central Michigan taking over again. 4 and change to go in the first half. Beasley slides and hits the open receiver right at the 40. Have to be expecting a run here on 3rd down, and it is, but more deception from Central Michigan. Beasley keeping for the first down with the defense keyed on Cleland. The backup running back in this time. What a pass! Caught inside the 20. They attack this single high defense. 1st and 10. Give up the middle. And a tough gain of 4. Again, they bring down the safety Lampman. Cleland sweeping, puts a move on Kennedy, and he's in the end zone. Keontae Cleland keeping Central Michigan in this game with 2 of their biggest plays of the day. Broke the ankles of Kennedy, and that doesn't happen very often. Central Michigan keeping this close. It's 21-17. Buffalo begins a 2-minute drill. Colson trying to escape the pressure, gets caught from behind. Central Michigan would like for this to become their 2-minute drill. 3rd down and 9. It's complete for the first down. Enrique Trejo. Big conversion for Buffalo. They take it to the 38. 2nd down and check down. This is Clinkscale. 5-yard pickup. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Colson, good protection, climbs and fires a dart. Staley in these go-to moments has been huge. 44 seconds on the clock, and they dump for Dingle. Not a ton. Whether they score or not, just eating up the time here in the first half makes this a successful drive. 2nd and 7. Havoc around Colson. He is dropped again. 2nd time on the drive. Can they dig out of this hole? 3rd and 13. Sideline. Darden caught. He really got the feet down. Enrique Trejo. Another great conversion for Buffalo. Keeping the ball away from Central Michigan. 30 seconds on the clock. The pass is caught. In the middle, Clinkscale. All the way into the red zone. 1 timeout remaining. Another sack of Colson. And that forces Buffalo to call their final timeout. And that changes the approach. They're going to take a shot now for Austin Harris. And it's knocked away. 3rd down and 14. And they'll look to take another chance. And this pass is intercepted in the end zone. A 50-50 ball for Braylon Staley, which isn't usually his game. But they decide to give him a chance. He's the team star. But great position by the DB who comes down with it. Buffalo does not add on to their lead. And Central Michigan has done a really good job of keeping this game from getting out of hand. There were a couple chances where it looked like Buffalo could run away with this. Buffalo's had great big conversions so far on 3rd and 4th downs. Central Michigan has found their big plays when they need them. And we make our way into the second half. Buffalo will take over. Colson, another interception, unfortunately. But he's played pretty well today, I'd say, and dumps this one with Dingle fighting for the first down. It's also been a more pass-heavy day for the Bulls as Colson is hit incomplete. This run defense has been as advertised. Cutting back, Dingle, not a ton there. He gets 5 just to set up 3rd down. And they only block 5. It's Colson scrambling out to Clinkscale. A conversion to the 50. Central Michigan just hasn't gotten off the field when the opportunity has presented. Scrambling outside by himself. It's caught by Trejo. And Colson's hitting a lot of great throws today. And we're seeing so much more pocket movement and stepping up to find either a scramble lane or a later passing window opening up. It's been huge today. A run up the middle. The senior Leon Dingle makes it 3rd and 1. 3rd down today has been a passing down. But now they have Joel Treggs in the game, and the big fullback throws a block, and Dingle makes his cut and takes it to the 8. One of his better runs. They take it into the red zone. Treggs leading. It's Meyer. Lowers the shoulder. Boom! Into the end zone. Buffalo extends their lead. D'Angelo Meyer has had a great season, specifically down around the end zone. 28-17. Central Michigan having to show they can continue to answer Buffalo's offensive success. Cleveland, the key to that, shoved ahead by Onwuka, close to a first. He's ran for 110, throwing on third. That's enough for a conversion. We haven't seen them open the pass game up much, just 97 yards passing, relying on Cleveland, getting 9 on first down. Sitting with 2 deep safeties, that's an easy run call, but well played by Troy Hodel. Motion coming, misdirection, they then check it down. Great play to get anything there along the sideline by Maggio. Can they make a play on 3rd and 7? Beasley pressured and they take him down. Obinna Onwuka with the sack. He's replacing Jakari Bennett. Buffalo gets it back up 11. And here comes the pressure. Colson drilled, gets it there. Caught by Trejo. And that's the kind of day it's been for Central Michigan. Get into a good situation. Buffalo keeps making big plays. And now they take the chance downfield. And it's knocked away from Staley. At the 46, a run to Dingle. Redirects inside and gains 4. A minute 16 to play in the third. 3rd and 6. Dump left and Dingle has a conversion. 224 yards passing for E.J. Colson. They send Staley across. Open on the screen. First down and out of bounds at the Central Michigan 15. Third quarter winding. On first down. Complete again. Enrique Trejo. Gain of 9. And Treggs back in the game down here in the red zone. Leading for Dingle. Gets the first down and not much more. A touchdown puts them up 3 possessions. Colson keeping, but not fooling the defense. They send Clinkscale in motion. 2nd and goal, stepping up through the mess. Colson running, trying to power through. He's feeling it right now. Down to the 3. And they'll try to put it in the end zone here. Coverage good. Colson hammered down. Losing 1. And they're going to accept the field goal this time. They do not make the aggressive call, and Central Michigan keeps this a 2-possession game. But they're going to have to find the end zone quickly. It's 31-17. Still some time to run the ball. Cleveland out to the Central Michigan 30. 131, 2 touchdowns. Another carry, and that's a first down on his 20th. Now they empty out the backfield. Beasley on 2nd down, checks underneath. Cleveland gaining 4. Regardless of what they do, he is the focus. On 3rd down, running it, converting into Buffalo territory, and the sloppy tackling lets him get far more than he should have. Single high safety. Play fake. Beasley rips the pass up the seam, and that's what you have to do against these single high defenses. That gets them to back off usually. On 1st down, there's pressure drifting way too far back, and Shamar Riser Presley has just overtaken the great Khalil Mack. 2nd and 24. To the outside, getting some of those lost yards recovered, but the 3rd down still very difficult, and we're inside 4 minutes. Pressure getting through, in pursuit, sacked again. That was Onwuka, and they're in a position where they have to go for it. 4th and 31, gotta let it fly, broken up in the end zone. Buffalo takes over on downs. And they'll try to run as much clock as they can. Up the middle, and room for Meyer to show what he can do. First down. Treg's getting a lot of playing time here in the second half. Meyer taken down after a short pickup. 2:48 on the clock. D'Angelo Meyer flashing the wheels and gaining first down yardage. It's the second straight week now. He's been more efficient than Leon Dingle. Dingle in the game. On second down, he'll pick up 5. 2 minutes left to play. The running back is Dingle, and Central Michigan bottles him up. And they will get the ball back now under 2 minutes. Only 2 timeouts. Hard to keep Cleveland a part of the plan, but they'll throw him a screen, and Riser Presley's all over it. 2nd and 13 for Beasley. Wide open look across the middle. In hurry-up mode now. They have 2 timeouts left. Check this one over the middle. 9-yard gain. Spreading out the Buffalo defense on second down. And there's an open look. Lampman over to make the tackle. Central Michigan to the Buffalo 30. Play action. Here's Beasley in trouble. Riser Presley adding on to his record that he has broken today. 3rd down and 12. Caught. And that'll be shy of the marker. It's 4th down Central Michigan, and they're down to 31 seconds. The play fake. Beasley. End zone! And overthrew an open man. And that is going to seal this game. Buffalo stays unbeaten in MAC play this year with a win over Central Michigan. 31-17. We pitch a second half shutout. We end up converting 3 4th downs, and those aggressive plays to me were the difference. Central Michigan had their chances of keeping it close and getting off the field, and we executed some really key spots. The pick 6 obviously helps, and that was really tough to overcome when they struggled to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down. Actually, 4 of 4 on 4th down, 9 of 17 on 3rd. And a lot of that was done through the air. This is probably one of my favorite passing performances of the year. We weren't relying on a bunch of big plays either. The pass protection was good, the pocket movement has been better, and Colson made some money throws. The running game hasn't been nearly as effective these last couple weeks. I wouldn't say it's been bad, but it's forced us to lean more on the pass. That worked to our advantage today. And I think one of the marks of a good team is finding different ways to win, and this was a different kind of victory for us. We add on to our recruiting class as well with defensive end David Winogo. We're also going to go through a bye week here this episode, so a bit to talk about in recruiting. But one of the biggest stories of this game is Shamar Riser Presley passing Khalil Mack for career sacks at Buffalo. He's had 2 excellent seasons. He's become a 92 overall award-winning star edge rusher and could be the 2nd player drafted in this series. 15 sacks a year ago, 13 this season, and we ain't done. We come out of that game, and Buffalo suddenly vaults into the top 25 to the 18th position. I've been checking this weekly. We haven't even been getting votes. This week convinced the polls, apparently. Here's David Winogo, our newest commit, and I think he's someone who will take a few years to develop because his athleticism and strength aren't nearly great enough right now, but I'm finding as many good 3-star players as I can to continue adding depth to this team, knowing that there will be some breakouts that can surprise us. We're going to go through our bye now and add Miles Barlow, the strong safety out of Virginia, and Amir Quarterman. We then get bumped up even further in the poll. Number 15 in the country. From unranked to 15, just like that. Buffalo is finally getting that national attention this year. Miles Barlow, our new safety, average speed good hit power. He's a run support player who would need to develop his coverage to become a starter. Amir Quarterman, listed at D-end, but he is a defensive tackle with 86 strength, 81 block shed at 292 pounds. I think he has a starting future. With our points opening up, I am spending a lot more time scouting. There are certain positions or certain archetypes I haven't addressed, and I'm trying to do that now. At number 15, Buffalo now prepares for another challenging matchup against Northern Illinois, who are 3-2 in conference. But check this out. Everybody else has at least 2 conference losses. We can go 2-1 the rest of the way and know we have a spot in the championship game guaranteed. We lost the MAC championship a year ago, and it looks like we have a very good chance at returning to that game and trying to finish the job this season. Northern Illinois is another team that I don't expect to test us much with the receivers. The MAC hasn't had many great ones this year. I think our secondary is better, and teams just don't have that speed and talent to stress us like they did a year ago, so it's worked out really well for us. Northern Illinois, I still expect to be a solid opponent and one of the teams that has a chance to ultimately go to the MAC championship. I've noticed doing franchises and dynasties for a long time that at about this point of the schedule, we start to really find our stride. And I feel like today we did get better. I thought the passing game leveled up today. The running game has been a little bit worse the last 3 games, and that's allowed the Michigan running back here to overtake Leon Dingle for the nation's leading rusher. We're more balanced, I think, right now, and Braylon Staley continues to make a very regular impact, and it's not just on those straight vertical routes. We did so much of that last year, and there's still an element to that, but we're putting together far more catch and runs. We had some really good conversions where he wasn't just attacking deep today. That deep comeback was a nice wrinkle we don't go to nearly enough. I like where the team is right now a lot. But we do have an injury to talk about that happened early in this game. Jakari Bennett suffered a torn rotator cuff, and one of our starting pass rushers is now done for the year, and unfortunately done for the rest of his college career. We are deep at that position, but are now missing our second best pass rusher in Jakari Bennett. He had gotten better every year in the sack category, had 7 this season, had a chance at a double-digit sack season. I like our depth. We're going to see more JV Waters, Obina Onwuka, and one player I'd like to unleash is Antoine Gatto. And today I want to shout out a player in the secondary who I think is one of our most improved players because he's playing in the proper spot now. Matteo Buffelli was a liability last year trying to be an outside corner. He could not keep up with fast receivers. Now in the slot, he is thriving. His coverage is far tighter. He has 4 interceptions and got the scoring started today, and that proved to be a very critical score, obviously. That is going to do it for today's episode in the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty. Thank you all for your support and continuing to enjoy the series. We're already at episode 62 here. It's incredible to be here before Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, I will do my best to get another game out perhaps this week. I'm planning on taking some time off this week. And if the series doesn't show up for a little bit, expect with the new year and everything that I'll be back in full force to keep it going here with the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty. What a great series and what a great time it's been so far. Thank you all again. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next video. Have a great day, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays.